Hello, my friends. This is Sheree. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel, Turquoise Dreaming. I'm here to do a flip through of this Just My Friend and Me by Mercer Mayer little book turned into a journal. It was a paperback book, and now it's a journal, so a junk journal. So let's do a flip through. This was the original cover. As you can see, I added a little applique right there. It's an applique of little flowers, like a little wreath of flowers. And then I have a little green with white polka dots ribbon there. I think that, was a simple addition to the cover, but I think it's so cute. It's bound with the wires. I have a little pom-pom tassel here. And I covered the back with a page from the book. So it's like he's saying goodbye, waving goodbye to his friends. So he's waving goodbye there on the back. And I have some of my decorated paper clips. I have one sticking out here and a little charm that I made out of a tag hanging on a page. So let's do a flip through and get started with that. I have some goodies, and right there I'll show you at the end. So the inside of this book was, it's a vintage book, but it was in perfect condition. So I didn't cover the inside because it was so cute with the original little characters here, and this book belongs to a little line, never was written on. So I just left the front and back cover as it was. And I used all the pages in here, and some of the pages, a few of them I did do some fussy cutting. So here is one here. This is not attached. It's clipped on, so you can attach it wherever you want. Like if you wanted it here, you could glue it down here, or wherever you want. All the paper clips are decorated, so it's just held on with a paper clip. And then as we turn, this is double-sided scrapbook paper, just some fun scrapbook paper. And I've got a little vintage card here that I recently received in Happy Mail. And then the next page here is kind of I've got a few Franken pages in here. So this is one part of it, and then I added this little pretty floral here. And it's a full flip out, as you can see. This is some fabric. This is a little cut apart, or a couple little cut aparts here I have attached for your crafting pleasure. And then on the other side I have a little rickrack here where those two pieces were joined together. This is a vintage piece, half of it. The other half is, I think, back in the journal somewhere, but this is a vintage McDonald's placemat, half of one. There you can see some of the McDonald's words, and I love the different colors on these. I found those at a thrift store. This is a little piece of a divider page that I put in here. And I just left the original tab in there. It says marketing. And then this is a little post-it note that is removable here, so you can put that wherever you want. It's just, temporary. Now here's the title page from the original book. And it does have the 1988 copyright on there, and I added some rickrack. And then here is, I put lots of, fun papers in here. So this is from an address book. So lots of lines to write on or do whatever. And here's some tickets clipped in. And then some music paper. This is just some pretty colored paper and a little drawing card that I made out of something I got from the thrift store, like a little flashcard thing where you learn your alphabet. Page from the book here. And then this is just some pretty scrapbook paper I had with the cupcakes. On the other side is a pocket. In here I just have some extra paper that you can write on. Some of the yellow paper, or just a piece of that. This is another piece of paper that ended up being a scrap, but I really liked it. It just has some, I don't even know if you can see them in the camera. It has some light blue lines on it, so it's just a good writing paper. And then a couple little pieces here. All these pieces right here I got in Happy Mail. So this is just a fun thing to read, and you can use it make a tag out of it or whatever you want. And then this is a little piece you can open up, and there's a little message inside, and you can write on the back. Do whatever you want there. Just pieces to craft with and journal with. This is on this page I have on here as a little tab, which I also got in Happy Mail. a paper coaster. Isn't that pretty? And then that's on a music piano book page. Super cute little page from the book here. I love it. This one, when they take up the whole picture, takes up the whole page. It's just so pretty. And then this is the page where I have a little charm that I made out of a tag. This is a little bingo piece there, little number from a bingo game. And then here, this is some fun sewing paper instructions that I recently brought home from the thrift store. A flash card that you can decorate, make into a tag, whatever you want, but it's just ready to be crafted with and embellished or whatever you want to do. I love the colors in this sewing page too. And then this is a fun, random page from an appliance record book that I got picked up at a thrift store. This is some cool scrapbook paper that looks like corkboard. I thought that was neat. And there's a couple of tickets here clipped on. This is part of the scrapbook paper, this little decoration there. And on this side it's a flip out. This book gets pretty wide once you open it up, and you see it lays pretty flat too. I've got the, if I move that out of the way, the pom-poms, you can lay it down flat and write and do whatever you wish. Here, this side, this is the other side, there's like a airmail decoration on this side of that scrapbook paper, and this is embellishments that were, it's printed on the paper. Love the airmail, little red, white, and blue decoration there though. And then on this side, this is a little pocket I got, and all the things I got in Happy Mail from that are in here are from Mardell. So thank you, Mardell. This pocket turned out so cute here. I think it was meant to be here, but in the little, there's two little pockets here, and in the pockets, let me put this down and show you. I have this little fussy cut from this book. It's a little globe, if you can see that. Little globe. And then this is a little card from Mardell. So cute. I love those little cards. My tendency would be to keep them for a while, but I'm not going to. Put them right in here. Use them up right now. Little tag. And then this is another little fussy cut. A little mouse. So cute. So you can put him somewhere, decorate something with him. And those are in that pocket, those pockets. This is a divider, index card divider. This is the W, and so that's there ready to be decorated or embellished. Some manuscript paper here, which is great for writing. And on this side I have a little piece from fussy cut from this book. I think you can see that pretty well, so I'm not going to unclip it, but she's got a little like a water gun in her hand, so super cute. She's like, she's getting ready to shoot a water gun. Here's a page from the book here. And then this is another kind of Franken page here. I have this ledger. I really love this ledger. It's I don't think I've used it before, but I brought it home from the thrift store. I just love the colors on here, the red, white, and blue colors, and it's a light blue. So really lots of lines to write on, and this is a page from the book. So that is attached to that page. And then, so it's a big kind of flip out, kind of a double flip out. There's lots of room to write in here or add your goodies. This is just some pretty, kind of like resume paper, but you can see it's kind of a darker color. It's a yellowish color. It's got a nice kind of a shading to it. And then this is a fussy cut. One of the little critters or characters are watching, he's laying down on a pillow watching TV. And this little things on top of the TV. So this was fussy cut from a page in this book. Just clipped right there. And then on this side I have a little pocket, little tuck spot. And a couple things in here. This was just some scraps, and I put some things together here. This right here, this was wrapped around the coin envelopes, these right here. These coin envelopes, there was a little band around it, and this was part of the band. And I just thought, I love the colors and the graphics on there, so I decided I needed to use that in a collage. So there it is. This is from another piece of paper that was a scrap. Had these words that were interesting and colors. This is another little, this was a piece of a little paper I had here, and I just cut a piece off. And this is a little acetate sticker there, so it all came together, and there's writing room on the back if you wanted to write on that like a tag. And this too, same thing, washi tape, another piece of that paper like this right here. See, it's the same thing, but a bigger piece with more color on it. And then I have a little pack of ephemera with these flowers. So I added that on there, and it's just on a scrap of craft colored cardstock. So those came together nicely. Thought that was really turned out cute. This is a page from a children's encyclopedia, and onto this I added this yellow paper here. So lots of room. That's a nice big fold out. And then on this side, where these two came together, I have some rickrack there and a pocket here. And this is just some scraps that I put together. I love this. This was like cardstock or scrapbook paper, just like a kind of like a little ledger looking paper. And then I added some yellow and lined paper on the back for writing too. You know, write on both sides of that really. And then here is a couple of little tags that I had shown you, and things I made behind the scenes, I believe. So a little using up these stickers. There's a piece of vintage sheet there, and this is an index card, and this is a little cut apart here where I added one of the piece of that vintage sheet. And this is just scraps that I added yellow and lined paper on the back for writing. So just some fun pieces. This is some shelf paper here where this is another cut apart, or not cut apart, a fussy cut from the book, from this book. So it's a little like it was a doorway and he's sitting on the steps there. Super cute. Page from the book. This is some scrapbook paper here. So this scrapbook paper, you see how it has glasses on here. If you can't see it well, let me hold it a little closer so you can see that pretty clearly. Different colored like eyeglasses, if you can see that. And then on the opposite side of this, it's double-sided scrapbook paper. So the other side had the black and white eyeglasses. So, and then I had an extra cut off from that. So I made an inside pocket here with that. So you've got the other side, the colored glasses here against the black and white glasses, which I think is really fun. A couple of tags here that were in the Happy Mail that I recently received. So pretty. This looks painted, and a little eyelet there so you can add some ribbon. You can write on it, decorate it, embellish it, whatever you want to do. Ready for decorating. Also this little mason jar paper, note paper. Those just fit perfect in that pocket. This is some pretty paper from a garden journal here, and both sides are that same. You know, ready for a picture or whatever you want to put there. It says photo record. So you're supposed to take pictures of your garden and put on there, but you can put whatever you want there. This is just some other random kind of ledger paper. And I think I got that in an estate sale recently. This was a scrap that I used as kind of like a tab here, a large tab on this piano paper. This is really cool, a piano book too. This is a picture of space here. Twinkling Planets is the name of this song. And here's the other side of that. Flip out there, page from the book. Here's an envelope here. I thought this would be a fun shape of an envelope, kind of like a square, kind of a unique shape for an envelope. But in here I have a book page tag. This is piano, you know, very old piano roll paper there. And that's sewn around. So this envelope's wide open for decorating. I didn't do a lot of embellishing here, so because I'm keeping these very inexpensive, these paperback journals, so that and they're kind of like blank journals, so that you can do whatever you want in here. Piece of yellow lined paper, a large bingo card here, and on the back, this was a card or an envelope or a tuck spot made by Mardell, and in here I have a couple of things, so really cute there. There's a little kitty cat here and two girls here with their 70s outfits, little bell bottoms. It's so cute. This is a little decorated index divider card. This is a piece of quilt on here. So that is on there like a tag, or it could be made into a pocket or whatever you want. And this is a fun tag that I had, this little piece of scrapbook paper that I left, and I just loved the graphics on here, so I didn't put anything on here, just added the little, cut it into a tag shape and added that little gingham ribbon. Here's one of those full page pictures from this book. So cute. I love the colors in here. And his shirt color I love too. It's not quite red. It's red, but it's kind of got a little pink in it, so very, trying to match that was a little daunting, but I think I managed in some spots. This is a little from a guest book page. So it's a flip out, and then I have some little rickrack here that went well with this journal, the Color Dead, that blue rickrack, and then a pretty blue turquoisey page there. This is another piece of this shelf paper. On the back of this I have a belly band with, this was a cut off of that paper that I said looked like a cork board. I used that as a belly band, so you could use this like you would a bulletin board. That's what it looks like to me, a bulletin board. And put little pictures on it, or just, have fun. I think that would be really fun to embellish. And this is from a greeting card that I had. I thought it was just a pretty little piece to put in here that somebody can do what they want with. It has like these starbursts on this side. You could write over here, and just it says happy birthday with these fun cakes on this side. And it fits so perfectly right there. So it is there. It was in my scraps. So I've been using up my scraps in these last 3 journals. This is the third and last of the paperback journals that I'm making right now. So I pretty much cleared out my scraps. I still have a few to use up. Page from the book. And this is a little coloring book page here. And guest book page. The other half of that McDonald's placemat. And then this is a couple of, I just attached, I had a cut off of this pretty paper, and then this is a little card that I had made using up this yellow cardstock scrap and some stickers. And that is on, let's see, what did I do here? Flip out. So I just had that clipped on here. Let's see, I wanted to clip it over here, so this little pump, this is a little fringe that a friend gave me, some of this fringe, and I cut off all the little fringe pieces, like the little tassels, and made them all into paper clips. There's quite a few. I have a little baggie full of them. So I said I need to start using these, so I put one in here. And that is the back of that page, the back of the journal, or the book, originally. That's how it was. Nice and clean and good condition. And so that is the journal. This will be in my shop when you see this video. And then I am enclosing a little pen here. I got some of these from Dollar Tree recently, just 3 of these pens with some little notepads that I had purchased. I showed you in my last Dollar Tree haul, a week or so ago, but that's coming with this. And then this little packet of goodies is just a little coin envelope, so you can use that for something. And there's a bunch of little pieces. I just remembered there's like not a ton, but can you see in there? It doesn't look like a lot, but it is a lot of little pieces. I just hate to pull them all out because there's so many little tiny pieces in here. But they're like lots of paper punches and little labels and things. I'll just pull it out like this, so I don't have to go through it all. And whoever gets this will just have a little surprise in there of goodies that they can embellish things with. So, yeah, there was more in there that I didn't get out, so that'll be you saw a little sneak peek of it, and that'll be a little surprise there. But, yeah, this was a fun little journal to make, and I actually want to look, because I recently brought these 3 books home, the 3 paperback books I did this month, and now I'm wanting to look through and see if I have any more, because those were so much fun. And I hope you all liked them too. I think you did. So I will see you in my next video. Stay tuned. I have a little itch I need to scratch. I'll try to give you a little sneak peek real quick. Let me grab it. Let me see if I can grab it. So let me see. Yeah. this drawer. So that'll be in my shop. The link's below. I have this drawer. And I have in here, I've been needing to do something with these little booklets. So I think this is a good time for me to figure out what to do with these. I need to either just stick them in a journal or make something out of them, or, you know. So this is like a little pamphlet, Sears label maker. Oh yeah, I actually got this label maker at a this one I got at an estate sale. And so here's a little booklet from it. This I got at a gold label recipe. So this is a little recipe book. I got that at a thrift store. This too, I believe. A little booklet of wide world of baggies. Things you can do with baggies. Look at that font. Isn't that fun? Look at those graphics, I should say. And there's little recipes in here. Little things you can do with baggies. So, and here's another one. Cannonball. The sweet, what is this? Tobacco advertisement, but it's a little notebook. Pop-Right popcorn advertisement in the back. This is Sir Walter Raleigh pipe cleaners. Let's see how, I could make this into a cover for a journal. And it's just empty. You know, it's just a little thing. I guess pipe cleaners used to be in there. But I found all of these at a thrift store one time. All at the same time, except for the things I told you I found separate, like that label maker thingamabob. A couple of them I found at other places too. But I think I found a bunch of them all at one time. This is a little notebook from a funeral home. That's not funny, but I'll have to do something like cover that up. Just use that as cardstock. The 1963 Traveler's Friend. This looks very, I wonder what year this is from. $1. I guess I paid $1 for it. It looks very, what is it, 70s? Could this be 60s? And it's like let me see if there's a little chart in here. Oh, it's a checklist for travelers. Distance between cities. You know, we didn't have MapQuest back then, probably, whatever year this is from. Didn't even have computers yet. Your automobile trip record. I should be waiting to show you this and not going through all this right now, but it's so cute. Some other little charts about traveling, time conversion, expenses. Isn't this the cutest thing? Goodness, I might just have to put it in my shop like that. Contract bridge and gin rummy score pad. Oh. I have a bunch of these, but I don't know why I have this one in here. I must have bought it at the same time as all these little books, and I just threw them all in here. Here's a couple of really interesting things. So this is a folder with little remember if this is stamp collecting. Yeah, stamp blocks. So these are for stamps if you collect stamps or if you want to put stamps in here. So yeah, I'd like to take these out and make this into a little journal. This would be cute with this little flap. Could be a tuck spot in the back. And make it into a little journal. And here's another one here. Yeah. And then these are just, I don't know why these are in here because I have these in another spot too. This needs to be thrown out. And this is a little box that, I have the flashcards in with my flashcards, but this little box, vintage little box from, whoops, sorry, I'm trying to get it open and look for a date at the same time. But I'm wondering if I could do something with this, like make it into a little cover for a journal. I'd have to cut off the sides or something, but we'll see. Anyway, I want to do something with all of these things and kind of like go ahead and do something with all of them. Either list them as is in my shop or make them into a little booklet, notebook, journal, whatever. You know, these can go somewhere else and have an empty drawer. Wouldn't that be cool? So stay tuned to see what I do with these. Keep an eye on my shop. You know, sometimes I usually list things in there before I show it on YouTube. So, you know, sometimes if I can do that, I do. So thank you for watching today. I hope you enjoyed everything right to the end, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a great day.